EA Sports. It's in the game.
I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles for tonight's main event. 12 rounds of welterweight action between Emanuel Augustus and Paulie Malignaggi. Emanuel Augustus is on his way to the ring right now, and you can see how excited he is for this one. Lots of confidence. Paulie Malignaggi's making his way to the ring right now, puffing out his chest, glaring with those eyes, and taking a big stride to his destination of glory.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Emanuel Augustus. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, Paulie, the Magic Man Malignaggi.
We went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway.
When we get matchups like this, guys that just won't quit, they'll be there every step of the way like Gaddy Ward. Sometimes there comes a point where one fighter thinks he's got himself an advantage, he's done something great, but then the other fighter doesn't go away. How does that play out in the minds of each fighter?
Usually it doesn't affect the kind of guys you just mentioned, Gaddy and Ward. They're made how to cement these guys. They're already set in their ways. They know what they have to do. They're not going to get thrown off just because somebody's still there.
Emanuel Augustus blocks that punch. Malignaggi with a counter punch. Emanuel Augustus's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. Emanuel Augustus able to land the counter punch. Halfway through round number one. Both these guys obviously hopeful that their cut men will be up to the task tonight. What does it take to be a great cut man?
And you know, that's a great question. First of all, you better have the right coagulants, the right chemicals, the right medications in that corner. Avatine, adrenaline, and you have to have Vaseline where you can put it on it. But the most important thing, you have to be calm. You can't panic. And you have to put pressure on that cut, just the right amount of pressure, and then you put those medicines in it, and then you better have a fighter that can give you a round or two. He can move around and not get caught right away. Give the medicine a chance to work.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head.
Cover your head.
able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. On the mark with the overhand right. Final 10 seconds of round number one. So the round comes to an end. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas sitting with you ringside. I know you had a very busy week before you flew here out to broadcast this fight, doing your charitable contributions back in Staten Island with the Dr. Theodore Atlas Foundation.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Joe. We did well. We had our dinner, our yearly dinner, where we're able to raise money to help people that are in need, people that have nowhere else to go for help, whether it's a mother that can't pay the cancer treatment for a 7-year-old daughter, and we're able to pick up that insurance. But the thing that I want to take a second to thank everybody for is that it's a collective effort. It's all the people that allow us the resources to go out there and help those people.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Augustus blocks it away. Emanuel Augustus able to land the counter punch. Both men trading hooks. A headshot blocked. Halfway through round number two. Good block by Augustus. Nice counter by Malignaggi. One but gives one. Good work by Emanuel Augustus. Parries that punch intended for the head. Nice strike after catching one by Paulie Malignaggi. Ten clicks on the top. Emanuel Augustus able to land the counter punch. We come to the end of this round. Teddy, a round in which maybe a lot of trainers don't like to see because it was a very busy round for both guys.
Well, it depends what kind of style, what kind of strength your fighter has, or even what kind of weaknesses. If I had a guy who likes to box, who likes to counterpunch, I want a guy coming at him. Not with a lot of TNT in his gloves, but coming forward where my guy is well suited, he can pick him off a little bit.
Without throwing a punch. Get the compress on, get the compress on that. Let's work on the swelling. Can we work on the swelling?
And round number 3 is underway. Emanuel Augustus blocks that punch. It's a good counter by Augustus. He took a go of it to the body, but came up empty. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Blocks that punch. Emanuel Augustus is showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Blocks it away. Halfway through this round. Malignaggi with a counter punch. Nice strike after catching one by Paulie Malignaggi. Good block. Right hand over the top. He counters back after denying his opponent's shot. You always say punchers are born, Teddy. But what about a guy's ability to withstand big punches? What about a guy's chin?
You know, that's an interesting point. Part of it is physical, and you know what it is? It's the neck. That's the shock absorber, but most of it's mental. You have to want to take the punches. You have to will yourself through the punches. This guy has some will.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Emanuel Augustus. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. 10 seconds remaining in this round. Emanuel Augustus is proving to be elusive.
Beautiful. Nice movement there. Now keep that up. Keep moving. Get the compress on that. Okay, side to side, lean to the side, then boom, start some counter punch. The swelling is nothing. Just focus on the fight.
Here we go with the fourth round. Emanuel Augustus able to land the counter punch. Nice counter by Malignaggi. Paulie Malignaggi's strategy coming in was to land a lot of jabs. Teddy, you got to grade him out with an A.
Maybe even an A+, Joe. That plus is the right hand. Once the jab has been there, bang, the right hand came just when it was supposed to. Give him an A+.
Paulie Malignaggi showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Nice strike after catching one by Emanuel Augustus. Gets rid of that body shot. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Paulie Malignaggi's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. 90 seconds to go here in this round. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Good, clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Emanuel Augustus. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. It's a good counter by Augustus. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Paulie Malignaggi.
Keep your hands up high. Hands up, keep your hands up, keep your hands up. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Emanuel Augustus blocks that punch. 10 seconds to go in this round. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. And this round comes to an end. A round that was highly entertaining. They put forth a non-stop effort.
Well, that's the styles that they figured to bring to this fight. Both guys with good motors.
All right, listen. You need to create more punches, okay? Slip your punch and throw a straight right down the middle. Get on that. Get on that.
Round number 5 has arrived. Blocks that punch. We just have not seen the big shots from this guy. He is not throwing the power punches, Teddy. What would you say to him?
Well, first of all, I would say to him, what do you think, that he's going to make a deal with you? If you don't hit him hard, he won't hit you hard? No, no, it doesn't work like that, my friend. He's going to get confidence now. He's going to take advantage of this.
Good block by Paulie. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault.
You're taking too many punches. Hands up. Keep working the body.
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Paulie Malignaggi. Blocks that punch. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Good block by Augustus. Malignaggi with a counter punch. It is unbelievable to sit back and just watch what these guys are willing to give and to take. Wow, what a fight so far.
Well, give and take, that's the key word. Sometimes you're forced to become great. And right now, each one of them are forcing the other to go to great places.
Don't stay in one spot.
clean miss with that headshot. Final 10 seconds. Nice block. And as this round comes to an end, Teddy, you just get the sense that at any point this fight could come to an end because it is being fought with bad intentions.
Yes, these guys are not behaving like guys that are coming here thinking about going to the scorecards. They're letting everything go in every punch.
Okay, listen. When he misses you with a punch, counter. Good. Nice work. Listen, I want you to go downstairs and upstairs, okay? Body then hands. Let's see.
Back to action now. We're underway in what has been a completely one-sided fight. You get the sense this one may not go the distance. Punches in bunches and some serious damage being done.
He's putting them together beautifully.
Able to show you his blocking ability. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Good looking counter punch by Paulie. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Paulie Malignaggi's got to be really careful there, Teddy. I mean, he's leaving himself wide open.
And what's going to happen next? See, you know, he's leaving himself open. He hasn't paid for anything yet, but that will be coming before you know it.
Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
I'll start dialing. Good defensive skill. Blocks away that headshot. Good defense, just covering up down low. Paulie Malignaggi's cheek is cut. You can see it's opening up now. Boy, that could be a factor later on. Able to get away from that headshot with the block.
Keep circling. Don't stand in front of him. Looking good, looking good. Keep your hands up, all right? You're doing fine. Done. You had in that round. You're in control. Next round, let's keep busy. Listen, okay, look.
6 rounds in the books, 6 to go.
In and out, in and out. Move your head. Side to side.
Emanuel Augustus blocks that punch. protecting his head well with his guard.
Paulie Malignaggi's thinking defense first right now, Teddy. I mean, you can just see it in him. He's thinking strictly, hey, what happened earlier, I don't want that to happen again.
And that's what his opponent wants him to think. So that's all you need to know, that you can't think that way, especially since that's not his style. Joe, if he was a counterpuncher, it'd be okay. You know, your defense creates offense when you're a counterpuncher. He is not that kind of fighter. He can't win this way.
Wow, is he defensively sound. It's a good counter by Augustus. At the halfway point of round 7.
Paulie Malignaggi's opponent's probably looking at him right now saying, wow, you're not changing anything up. You know, he got to him moments ago. Now he's got the same style that he's looking at again.
Yeah, but he got to him moments ago. Got to him one time. I think right now it's too early to all of a sudden throw everything out the window. But look for an adjustment if things don't change. If he can't get away from those punches, if he keeps having problems, he gets stunned again, then you might have to look for a change. You might have to make a change if you're going to survive.
Paulie Malignaggi with the block punch. Digs in with a good solid uppercut after taking one. Nice counter punch by Emanuel Augustus. Oh, good exchange there. Paulie Malignaggi's combination that was landed moments ago is one of those examples of what every trainer would really like to have, and that's a fighter with good hand speed.
Yeah, and he's showing that right now. Now, the trainer in the other corner hopes he has a guy with good timing, because timing can negate speed.
Just 10 seconds to go in this round. What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
There ain't a way to catch him. Got that? It's gonna happen. You're gonna catch him. You're gonna catch him. Get the compress on. Get the compress on. Let us work on this.
Another round underway, but how many more will we see? You get the sense this fight could be heading towards a stoppage.
Paulie Malignaggi's
Cheek is cut, and you can see it's opening up now. Boy, that could be a factor later on. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Emanuel Augustus has got a way of just getting away from that punch. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Emanuel Augustus. What a fight. What a great non-stop action fight this has been. Halfway through this round. Good counter by Augustus. shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. What a great round. 2 minutes in, 60 seconds to go. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Emanuel Augustus. Great movement to get away from those punches. Paulie Malignaggi's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Emanuel Augustus. Paulie Malignaggi's gotta find a way to protect that eye. The cut has worsened. And if it gets any worse, you got to think this fight is coming to an end immediately.
Well, what's going to matter is when the doctor finally gets caught up and looks at it is, Joe, not how bad the cut looks or even how graphic it is to the fans out there, but where it's at. The doctor will look to see whether or not it's the kind of cut that if it gets worse, it could actually be physically damaging to his career.
Got nothing left, okay? Just go for the head. Knock him out. Done. We'll take care of the swelling. Just focus on the fight and we'll take care of the swelling.
The 9th round is here. Good block by Augustus. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores.
Got him.
A good block. Augustus blocks it away. Oh, he is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. Emanuel Augustus blocks that punch. He went from almost being knocked out to being right back in it. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
Joe, you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
That one. Malignaggi with a block punch. Augustus blocks it away. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. This has been a hotly contested war throughout, and you just have a sense that it's going to end at any moment in these later rounds.
Yeah, these guys are not saving anything. They're going for broke right from the beginning.
him in this round, all right?
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
A good block. Malignaggi with a counter punch. Augustus has got to find a way to pull things together here. Ever since he got tagged earlier in this fight, he hasn't been the same fighter.
No, he hasn't, but he hasn't really had a chance to recover. You know, he needs a round, lose the round. Right now, his corner should tell him, look, lose the round, it doesn't matter. Just get yourself together. We'll pick him up later. We'll win rounds later.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. Emanuel Augustus blocks that punch. Malignaggi with a block. It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived. A headshot blocked. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
Augustus blocks it away. Good exchange, scoring well with the right hands.
Don't worry, we'll take care of that cut. Don't waste energy, but I want you to keep those hands moving. Certainly don't stand in front of him. That was good. You took a lot out of him that round. Keep that up.
The start to the 11th round. Nice strike after catching one by Emanuel Augustus. Augustus blocks it away. Oh, that's good stuff. Fire it right back with one of his own. Good work by Paulie Malignaggi. Gets rid of that body shot. Malignaggi with a counter punch. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head.
You're not focusing. Keep moving.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Malignaggi with a block. Good-looking counter punch by Paulie. Augustus, his cheek is ripped open right there. You can see the cut. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Nice counter by Malignaggi. Emanuel Augustus has got a way of just getting away from that punch. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. This has been a very entertaining fight. A little time to reflect here at the end of this round. My thoughts being this: I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it has a feel to me like going to one of those places where you can eat all the pasta you can for one price, you know? And some guys get carried away. They eat about 5 bowls. Well, these guys, they're going to have a stomachache at the end. Somebody is going to wind up not standing at the end.
You won't win on points. Nobody only that. You just focus on the fight. You'll take care of this fella. Get on that. Get on that.
12th and final round. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Emanuel Augustus. Blocks that belt line well. Gets rid of that body shot. Malignaggi showing you a little defensive skill there. Able to move away from that punch. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Paulie Malignaggi with the block punch. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
The exchange was something special. 1 minute to go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. Showing you some defense there with the block. Nice defensive guard there. Good job staying away from the danger there. Nice counter punch by Emanuel Augustus. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Here's our ring announcer with the results of what was a very, very good fight.
Decision, we go to the judges' scorecards. All three judges score the bout a draw.
The judges have spoken. They rule it a draw. For my partner, Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore saying thanks for being with us ringside and enjoy the rest of your night.
That blow your brain, Kirk Cobain and Nirvana. Who gon' bring the game back? Who gon' spit that rainbow on the train tracks? That gold hoop, that five-finger ring rap. Running with my...
Hi, everybody. So glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California for tonight's main event. 12 rounds of middleweight action between Cory, the Spinks Jinx, and Amin Asikainen. Cory Spinks' ring walk. He just exudes confidence, carrying himself like a champion. Amin Asikainen's on his way to the ring, and you can just tell what kind of night he intends this to be. He's just brimming with confidence.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Cory Spinks. His opponent in the blue corner, please welcome Amin Asikainen.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. You know what to do. Let's have a good, clean fight. All right, touch him up.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway. Able to cover up that gut. There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing is taking his opponent's jab away.
Spinks is pushing away right there. You can see him shoving, trying to create some space. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. And Spinks comes back with a counter punch. Oh! Cory Spinks has gone down. How will he recover from this? Up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
Blocks that belt line well. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Oh, that's good Good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Cory Spinks. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Wow, clearly affected. He was just damaged by that combination.
What he needs to do right now is grab on, get a little time.
Out, no holding.
Nice strike after catching one by Cory Spinks. Spinks is trying to create some space. You can see how he's going about it there. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Right on the mark, both guys with the hook. End of the round there, a round in which we did see the knockdown. And Teddy, when a fighter comes back to the corner, having just been floored, typically how are they acting? What are you seeing out of them?
Just imagine you just walked into a room and somebody hit you from behind. You dropped. You're afraid to go in that room again. So put a light on in that room and explain to him why he got dropped. He will not be afraid to go back in that room.
Jab. Jab and throw. Go to the body, then to the head. Then finish.
He's got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Amin Asikainen. Good counter punch by Cory. Cory Spinks is trying to steady himself in this round after being knocked down in the previous round. Teddy, how much can really happen in those 60 seconds? How much of a benefit is it to a damaged fighter?
Well, a lot has to happen. First of all, physically, you have to revigorate the guy. Maybe massage the legs a little bit. Most importantly, get some ice on the back of his neck. Get that blood flow going a little bit. Make sure that you revive him a little bit. Get him back to feeling like he's ready to go out there.
There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Oh, that's a crushing counter punch by Cory Spinks. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Amin Asikainen. Blocks it away. Able to cover up that gut. Counter punch lands from Cory Spinks. Well, nowadays we have so many different weight classes. Used to be only 8 weight classes. Now with all the super and juniors attached to every weight class, you can go up and down the scale with ease throughout your career. Is that good for the game?
No, I don't really think it is, because you're making it too easy for the fighters. I'm not saying that it's not good that they have an alternate to a weight class, but a lot of times when you make things easy, they're going to go for the path that is easier. In other words, somebody should be a middleweight. Now all of a sudden they're going to be a light heavyweight. They're going to be a super middleweight, where with a little discipline, they would have fit into that middleweight frame. It wasn't that they couldn't make it. Now you make it so easy, they don't want to make it.
And this round comes to an end. A round that was highly entertaining. They put forth a non-stop effort.
Well, that's the styles that they figured to bring to this fight. Both guys with good motors.
Listen, you need to move your head more, side to side, okay? I want to see that head move more. Don't worry about it. The swelling is nothing.
And round number 3 is underway. And Spinks comes back with a counter punch. What a chin. Can you believe the shots this guy's absorbing?
And more importantly, can his opponent believe it? You know what? You want to hit a guy, so you figure that that's a good thing, that's an encouraging thing. This is a case where his opponent might get discouraged just by seeing his guy take those kind of shots.
Punch lands from Cory Spinks. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. He's acting like a fighter, coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Cory Spinks. 90 seconds to go here in this round. Not able to land the uppercut. Cory Spinks' box is not going to the body at all. He'd be so well served to do it, though, Teddy.
Yeah, but his opponent doesn't want him to. So, you know, he doesn't want to go against what his opponent doesn't want him to do. Because his opponent would love him to keep throwing to the head because, you know, he can see those coming. He can move and avoid them. Body shots, you know, your head moves, but your body doesn't.
Keep working the body.
He missed with that headshot. Back and forth exchange. Gets rid of that body shot. Able to cover up that gut. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Final 10 seconds. Nice strike after catching one by Cory Spinks. End of the round here, a round that saw a lot of action, the kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that coming in.
When he misses you with a punch, counter. Let's get on this one. Get the compress on that.
Here we go with the 4th round. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Blocks away that headshot. Good defense, just covering up down low. Decide to trade there. Parries that punch intended for the head. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Good counter punch by Cory.
Keep those hands up.
Wow, is this good stuff? What good stuff? He just scored the knockdown after being knocked down earlier.
Joe, that's incredible. And the knockdown earlier actually set up this knockdown because his opponent, he got a little reckless, a little careless.
3, 4, 5.
So he goes down, but able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving, but if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Blocks it away. Gets rid of that effort. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Good defensive skill. Able to get rid of that one. Blocks that punch. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Cory Spinks. Round comes to an end. Knockdown was scored in that round. So, Teddy, you're working the corner of the guy who was just on the floor. What are you telling him?
You're telling him that if he's been down before, you want to actually use that for a positive. I know that sounds crazy, but you say, hey, you've been here before, you've overcome it. You want to remind him that he can get back. And then the most important thing, Joe, is you tell him why he got dropped. So when he goes out there, he's not just scared going into a dark place saying, gee, it's going to happen again. He knows he has control.
Let's get on that swelling. Get on the swelling.
So here we are, all wondering, can he survive the start of this round after the way we saw him go down in that last round?
Well, it's up to his opponent. Now, his opponent gets a little careless and he rushes in a little bit too close. He could get a chance to grab those hands and tie him up. And then he could kill a little of the clock, survive.
Nice work with the jab on the outside. Well, we've seen the complete opposite, Teddy. We've seen fighters that when they've been knocked down, they become desperate or they completely close the door and get overly cautious. This fighter's fighting the same way he's ever fought.
Yeah, and that's either going to be a good or a bad thing. That's the confidence that he's going to get it right, that he understands himself, that he's not going away from his game, from his fight, or he's going to pay an awful penalty for it because his opponent is going to pick up on that predictability and he's going to keep banging him with the same reason.
Spinks with a block. Do you see any way in which he can take his opponent's aggression and turn it against him?
Yeah, the perfect way. I mean, boxing 101, counterpunching. You got a guy coming at you, no better way than to change his mind. Make him miss, make him pay.
Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round, Cory Spinks' cut is really not a good sign. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Cory Spinks. Wow! Flush to the midsection with the counter shot. Teddy, you know what I'm so impressed by? Obviously, the pace of this fight is just ridiculous. But how hungry these guys are, how badly each guy wants it.
Joe, this is the kind of fight that it has nothing to do about money. It has everything to do about legacy, how they're going to be remembered.
his mark there going upstairs.
I don't necessarily know that I like what he's doing right here. Yes, he was knocked down, but to completely change styles, how does that necessarily benefit you?
Well, it benefits you in one possible way, where your opponent gets a little taken by it, a little put off by it, a little confused by it, and he leaves you alone. It buys you a little time to recover. But it can hurt you because really the thing that brought you to the dance was the thing that now you're thrown right out the window.
And as this round comes to an end, Teddy, you just get the sense that at any point this fight could come to an end because it is being fought with bad intentions.
Yes, these guys are not behaving like guys that are coming here thinking about going to the scorecards. They're letting everything go in every punch.
Listen, your best defense is to throw more punches. You need to throw more punches. That will keep him away. You have to start throwing more in volume in there. Throw in volume.
The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going the distance based on what we've witnessed so far. Spinks with a block. Good defensive skill. Holy cow! Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. Spinks is showing some real guts here. Hey, this fight was not going his way at all, but somehow he has gathered momentum.
Yeah, he behaved like a fighter. He got through the tough times, and now guess what? Good times in front of him.
Well done that time, landing the counter punch. Able to dismiss it. Good job staying away from the danger there. There he is on the inside, doing well.
Amin Asikainen's making for a trainer's dream right now. Picking his shots, Teddy. Selecting when, where, and being very accurate.
Yeah, the old timers would say he's a real sharpshooter. That's exactly what he's doing. He's not missing much.
Spinks has got no head movement whatsoever. I mean, this is a very easy target to hit here.
No, if it wasn't for his opponent snapping his head back with his jab, there'd be no head movement at all. But that's not the kind of head movement that you're talking about. He should be doing it on his own, getting away from the punches. But, Joe, if you haven't been taught it, it's not going to show up suddenly the night of the fight.
This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
Joe, you remember the time you were on vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Cory Spinks. Late goings here of this round, and he goes down. Can he survive it? From a big shot, now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
Blocks the headshot. Round comes to an end. We saw the knockdown there in that round, a little bit of a momentum gainer.
Yeah, obviously it gives you confidence, but you know what? It can also be a momentum killer, believe it or not.
How so?
Joe, I've had guys where the worst thing that happened to them in a fight was when they scored the knockdown because they thought it was just going to keep happening. And they thought about only the punch they landed, not how they set it up. So they got away from the game plan.
Listen, I want you to pick his jab. That's right. Pick his jab. When he throws the jab, get on that. Get on that.
the start of this round, we've reached the halfway point. Be interesting to see what we're in store for down the stretch of this fight. Cory Spinks is showing us some of those survival tactics that he's picked up as a pro. Was knocked down earlier, and now he's in survival mode.
And that's exactly where he needs to be if he wants to get to another round, and if he wants to be able to turn it around, get offensive later.
Back at him with a left hand. Cory Spinks blocks that punch. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Cory Spinks. Boy, just staying on the outside, away from danger and scoring well. Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautifully.
Well, Cus D'Amato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jabbed. When he's been sure of himself, he's jabbed. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
Neither man slowing down as we have 60 seconds to go in this round. Cory Spinks is learning a real lesson here, how one single moment can change an entire fight. Ever since that knockdown, he hasn't been the same.
No, and this has taken his identity away because he's a high-energy fighter, fast hands, always coming. His offense is his defense. Right now, he's like a bird without wings.
This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special offensive happening in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. As that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear-cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
That's it. Throw him off with that move. Get the compress off. Get the compress on that. Let's work on the swelling. Can we work on the swelling?
They start up again. Back to action here with another round. But who knows how much longer it'll last. This has been a completely one-sided fight. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. A nice, crisp hook after a fine defensive effort. Spinks is showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. That punch nowhere close. Spinks is in a really bad spot here. I mean, He has been beaten down tonight. He is losing on the scorecards, and he's not showing me anything that says he can turn this fight around. What about you?
Well, I think he's got to change his vocation a little bit right now. He's got to become a quarterback, because what he has to do is not throw the punch, not right for the receiver, throw it to where he's going to be. I noticed that his opponent pulls back. Well, throw that punch behind him, and maybe he'll walk right into it.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Able to get rid of that one. Doing well on the outside. The twists and turns and the non-stop battle. It continues on as we've reached the 1 minute mark to go. Gets rid of that body shot. Amin Asikainen's cheek is cut. You can see it's opening up now. Boy, that could be a factor later on. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Great movement to get away from those punches. Parries that punch away. End of the round is upon us. And if the next round holds up like that, we're going to be in for a real treat.
No, we will be, because both these guys have the philosophy that their best defense is their offense.
Throw punches. Don't walk into him without throwing a punch. Okay, listen. I want to see that straight right. Throw the jab and then straight down the middle.
As another round gets underway, it gets us thinking, how much more of this will we see? Hard to envision this fight going the distance with how lopsided it's been. Clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Cory Spinks. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Good block by Cory Spinks. Blocks that punch. Good counter punch by Cory. I think it has come to that point. He's behind on the cards. He's just got to be. He's going to take a knockout to win this?
Yeah, I think so, and it's going to take a certain kind of attitude or strategy, a change in strategy. You go into the fight, you don't look for a knockout. You're looking to use your jab, you're looking to set up punches, you're looking to go rounds. Right now, he's got to find a way to get a knockout. Look for one punch. One big punch right now.
Able to show you his blocking ability. Turns over the hook after, wow, crushing blow upstairs. Up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you... Once again, he goes down. Can he survive this? some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
Nice strike after catching one by Amin Asikainen. Great movement to get away from those punches. Mistargeted. What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
Strickland, don't stand in front of him. Listen, stop chasing him around the ring. Cut the ring off.
He's got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
Good defense, just covering up down low. He throws a big, wide punch, and he throws a big, wide punch and leaves himself wide open.
Well, it's like leaving your window open in your house in the middle of winter. A lot of cold air is going to come in. Guess what? Some hooks are coming in soon.
Oh, that's got to hurt. Cory Spinks is in bad shape.
Come on now, keep busy.
Look at that. Smart veteran move. Hurt, so you hug.
Exactly what the doctor ordered.
He just missed that shot up top. I don't know which way to read this. Is he trying to confuse his opponent, or is he just confusing himself by changing his style, the way he's approaching things here after being knocked down earlier?
Well, if I'm the opponent, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying that I just gave him a little truth serum. Yeah, I'm seeing really the truth now about him, that he's really hurt, and he's a little desperate. And in my mind, I'm going to deal with it that way. I'm going to go after him saying, I have him. I'm going to take advantage of this right now. He's not going to fool me.
Oh, Cory Spinks has been stunned.
Come on, keep busy, guys. Come on now, come on.
He's in bad shape. He's on wobbly legs.
Come on,
Teddy, he's got to tie up.
If he can. See, that's up to his opponent, Joe. It's not automatic that he's going to get what he wants to tie up. If his opponent steps back a little bit, he can keep this offense going and end this night.
Oh, look at that. Wow, he goes down again.
This is going to be called the elevator fight. Up and down all night.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
That's it. The fight is over. Amin Asikainen's going to be partying tonight. A knockout victory. It doesn't get better than that. Amin Asikainen's your winner by impressive knockout victory.
And he did it just the way he had to. Stayed on the outside and used those quick hands all night.
I'm Joe Tessitore for Teddy Atlas saying thanks for being with us and enjoy the rest of your night.